Hey everyone, welcome to On the Rocks. I'm your trail guide, Claudia Collins, and I'm taking you along for my adventures as I check hikes, waterfalls, and other outdoor activities off of my Arizona bucket list. Today we're headed to Mesa, Arizona to do On the Rocks a little different than usual. So come with me to my favorite part of State 48. Today we're at the Saguaro Lake Ranch stables, and you guessed it, we're horseback riding. I'm so excited to see this part of Arizona, which is my favorite part of Arizona, but today on horseback, so it'll be a first for me, a first for you, and I can't wait to bring you on the rocks. Even before the ride begins, you'll be captivated by the towering view of the Bulldog Cliffs, a staple when you're visiting the ranch. Today we chose to go on a 1.5-hour trail ride that guaranteed a variety of views. I haven't ridden a horse in years, but it felt like home being on the saddle. But all experiences are welcome. Even if you haven't had the chance to ride a horse before, there's no better place to start. No trail ride will be exactly the same, as it depends on the weather and recent conditions, but they are all bound to be stunning. We began right below the Bulldog Cliffs, and our wrangler and guide Lottie was the most amazing guide. She was pointing out different plant life and animal prints along the path and had answers to all my questions. And I asked a lot because I find nature so fascinating. Some sections of the trail were more narrow and rocky, and other sections were more wide open trails. This particular view passing through this small valley of saguaros is more picturesque than words or images can even describe. You have to see for yourself. All the horses are so well behaved and are trained to follow one another, with your guide leading the way. Throughout the ride, I felt myself getting more and more comfortable and feeling so grateful to my horse Champ for giving me this beautiful experience. We started to make our way towards the bank of the Salt River. I've been through this section of the river too many times to count, honestly, when I'd go kayaking from the ranch. But as I suspected, on horseback, I gained a whole new perspective. I felt so at peace. The air and noise stilled around us, and the only sounds we could hear was the sounds of our horses and the river slowly rushing by. Although we didn't catch any this time, this area is home to quite an array of wildlife. From bald eagles to javelina and coyotes, there's a lot to be on the lookout for. Typically, you can expect river crossing season to last from November to March. A big indicator if you're going to be able to cross the river is based on how much rain we got in Phoenix. Unfortunately, because we've had a very dry winter, the water was released from the dam early this year. But I didn't feel like I was missing out. The weather was beautiful, the trails brought such a variety of plant life and terrain. I saw so much and learned even more about the area. This won't be the last time Champ and I go for a ride, mark my words. Horseback riding is available for anyone ages 7 and up. There's a 1-hour ride available and 90-minute ride. There are also options for private rides as well, but my top recommendation would be a sunset ride. The way this national forest glows at golden hour is unlike anything I've ever seen, and seeing it on horseback would be nearly unmatched. And before I knew it, my time with Champ came to a close.
There you go, good boy. Obviously, Champ was an absolute champ, and he, of course, is going to get a sweet treat after that gorgeous trip. I highly recommend that if you want to see one of the most beautiful parts of Arizona, come out to the ranch, come out to the stables, go for a ride. I feel like I learned so much about the area that I visit so often, but now I can see it in a whole new light after this experience. You are a good boy. Oh man.
For more information and to book a ride, you can head to saguarolakeranchstable.com. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time on the rocks.